Ted Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers.
Ted Jones, I also call him the eighth wonder of the real estate world.
Ted Jones, who knows, it could be.
Ted Jones?
The Ted Jones World Podcast.
Bro, Pat, on a day like today, man, we are celebrating you. You've been a great producer, and it's been amazing what you and I have been able to accomplish through these 51 episodes. People might sit back and say, what the hell have these guys accomplished? And we'll say, hey, a long-lasting friendship here at the very least. Pat, how old are you today, sir?
20-something.
20-something? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Dad, it's Pat's birthday, so you know what that means.
Start a new year in your life today, and we hope that it's gonna be a good one, full of happiness, joy, and laughter too. Happy birthday to you.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank
That was
you.
my father with the birthday song. He hasn't trademarked that yet, but I think that is next on his list. So
You
Pat,
mark with the pipes.
dude, you like that, dude? Do you get those little birthday snacks I sent you, or what?
I did. I was waiting to thank you on air for the
Okay,
the
sweet.
healthy yet delicious snack box.
Well, dude, almost every episode now, or I guess the last few, I've been asking you what you eat. So I wanted to send you some snacks to mix it up. Make sure you are getting some nutrition in. Episode 51, What the John is going on, Ted Jones Worlders. Honestly, a lot of things going on in the news. We don't have a guest this week, but Pat, it doesn't matter. You and I are going to have a great time anyways, right?
Absolutely. Let's do
Right.
it.
Okay, Pat. So I don't remember exactly what episode it is, but actually, yeah, I do. Episode 6, A Gym is a Gym. The last time you and I were really talking about gyms together, we were comparing Equinox and Blink. You yourself are a fancy Equinox man. I am a simple Blink guy. And I don't know if you heard, actually, I'm sure you have heard because you pay attention to the news, but August 24th in the state of New York, gyms will be able to open at 33% capacity. New York City hasn't really narrowed down on a date yet, but are you pumped, man? You going to go back?
Probably not. No. I don't
Well,
think I'm
just
not
in-
going to.
Go
Well,
ahead.
first of all, for Equinox, they said that you have to book an appointment, and you can only go 3 days a week and all this. So I'm not gonna pay Equinox to go 3 times a week and only be able to be there for 40 minutes. I'll just work out.
Do you know if they're prorating that fee, or are they just going to charge you the full $800 per
I'm
month?
not sure. Last time I looked, it was people just blowing up their Instagram comments, freaking out, asking if they're gonna get a discount. So I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna. I can't imagine people are gonna keep paying that amount of money to go 3 times a week and not be able to use the full facilities. I doubt you'll be able to use the steam room and all that stuff.
And
There's,
well,
a
and
bunch of
especially if you're
restrictions.
gonna be paying all that money to go 3 days a week, and then you can't even go at the times you want. Because I'm guessing if you have to book your days, you're definitely gonna have to book your time slot. No,
Yeah, you have to book time slots. I'm pretty sure.
it's just nuts with this whole Corona thing. I mean, I've seen in China that they're putting up protective plexiglass in between the treadmills and stuff, but I don't know how they're really gonna figure out the weights all
Well,
over
they're
the
also
place.
having massive pool parties in Wuhan, so that's good.
Dude, oh my God, I saw that. I was gonna get to that later in the episode, but let's talk about that now. Okay, so what was this concert this past weekend? I was seeing there was at least a few thousand people at a pool party, none of them wearing masks.
Yeah, was it a concert? I don't know. I just saw a thumbnail and it said thousands of people in Ground Zero, Wuhan, having a pool party, and they're in a wave pool.
That really doesn't make any sense. I don't know which episode you were talking about, how Wuhan may have sent the virus over here to the United States, but dude, Trump's been calling it the China virus the whole time, so maybe he's right.
As if indoor water parks weren't disgusting enough.
I don't know if it was indoors, but just regardless.
Was it? It looked like indoors from the thumbnail, but it might not have been. I don't know.
But just in general, going in a swamped area, likely infected with COVID, is not great. And it's crazy that colleges are open, or some colleges are open, just to see how how contagious the coronavirus is. Like, there are full houses in sorority, like full sorority houses that have coronavirus. I heard at Oklahoma State, like an entire sorority house is quarantining. A few schools in the South, the University of North Carolina had hundreds of students test positive for coronavirus. So, like, I really don't know what colleges were thinking, but besides the fact that they're ready to get their tuition check and then just go online remote, like, I don't know, at the beginning of September, and then that's it.
I heard UConn or like the state universities in Connecticut, I think like they're coming back, like the students have to come back 2 weeks in advance, or I don't know if they're starting later or they're coming back 2 weeks earlier before classes, and they have to quarantine like on campus, like in their dorms for 2 weeks.
I mean, is that a realistic thing to do as a freshman or even a sophomore or a junior or a senior rather?
Well, I think that's only the people living on campus. I guess most upperclassmen don't live on campus. I get it's not really that realistic, but it's the only thing they can do because they have people coming from all over the country. So how else are they gonna?
Yeah,
they have to do something to weed out the people who have it before they're all like going to class together.
Would you in this circumstance send your kids to school? Well, I mean, college is a different story, but would you send your kids to an elementary school right now?
An elementary school? Probably not.
But then again, are you not going to work? Like, you're going to stay home and watch your kid all day?
I don't know. I don't have kids, so I don't have to worry about it.
That's freaking true, Pat. For right now, you and I don't have any kids that we know about.
Not that I know of.
So we don't have to worry about that. But honestly, frat parties are obviously off the chain. And how could you not go to college and not hit a frat party the opening weekend? Like, obviously, you have to be responsible. I'm aware of that. But I think part of being responsible is the college being like, okay, for the first month or the first 6 weeks, we're doing online learning, and then we'll slowly come back into the classroom, like do classes at half capacity or something like that. Because like online learning can be beneficial, I think, just in terms of like, I learned a lot of my stuff from YouTube and, you know, not the traditional history textbook route, Pat, but I don't know. It's a new time. So we're going to have to see what happens in the future. There's definitely still like a lot of colleges, like, I mean, Harvard, for example, just said no classes, I guess, for the rest of the year, right?
Is that what they said? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least until the end of this year. I'm not 100% sure about next year, but it's just crazy to see like how colleges are dealing with this coronavirus. Pat, as I said initially, we don't have a guest here, but there are a lot of things going on in the world. North Korea calling for people to give up their pet dogs for food due to the food shortage. Pat, what do you think about this?
Giving up so they can't buy food for their dogs or to eat the dogs?
No, bro. They have to, to eat their dogs. So people with pet dogs need to give them to the government so that.
Where is this in North Korea?
Has enough food in North Korea, yes.
Well, they've had food short. They don't feed their citizens. It's always been like that, so that doesn't surprise me.
Why would there be a food shortage consistently in a country like that? Do people just not want to trade with them, or what do you think?
I'm not sure. I would imagine that I don't think they have like the most fertile land to grow locally. So right. Yeah, I think it's probably trade barriers and things like that, but I could be making that up. I really don't know why, but they notoriously
and then I mean they don't want any Western culture or like Western influence in
they
their
have
culture
fake
anyway.
grocery stores.
Yeah,
they have like
God, like in that what was that movie with Seth Rogen
and Dictator.
The Dictator,
or
yeah,
the interview.
Sorry, yeah, that was close. But yeah, the interview, this movie with James Franco and Seth Rogen, they went over there for an interview, and I guess it was for the most part kind of accurate. Like Kim Jong-un was pissed that they put it forth.
Yeah, they have like stores that look like grocery stores, but they're not actually grocery stores. They're just like fake. It's like a movie lot, basically.
Yeah, right. Or just like would look like like you said, would look like a grocery store. But that is scary. I would not want to give up my family dog for food. So Pat, the 10 richest people in the world right now are closing in on $1 trillion in total net worth. I saw this little random fact. That's a lot of cash. That is fresh. I think with all the inequality, man, maybe you can take a percentage of this, 1 point, just one percentage, and spread it out evenly. How much is that? Let's go. Let's do that math.
1%
10 billion. Excuse me. 1% of 10. Not even.
No,
1% of 1 trillion. 10 billion, man.
10 billion.
Yeah, I'd say give everyone in the world at least like $1.25 could be fresh. But I also really don't know how you can become that rich and still avoids a ton of taxes. I mean, I guess I get it. It obviously makes sense, but like a Jeff Bezos with 200 bill.
There's ways around it.
Huh?
There's ways around it.
What? There's ways around paying taxes?
Yeah.
Right, as we've seen.
Your boy Elon might pass Bezos pretty soon.
Do you
He's
think
just
so?
raking in the cake.
Well, Elon Musk is the 4th richest person in the world right now.
Yeah,
I read.
He's like moving up day by day with the Tesla stock going up every like 300 points every day.
It's really crazy. So I guess like for the most part, what is the most valuable part about Tesla? Just their engineering in space?
Well, they have SpaceX. They have new battery technology that's supposed to be coming out. So they have Battery Day that's coming up in September 12th, where they're supposed to be announcing some like 1,000,000-mile battery or something. And they make a lot of money on credits. So basically, it's like a cap and trade. So they can sell emissions credits to other companies like Ford and GM because they have so many, because they don't produce any emissions from their combustible vehicles. So basically, Ford and GM and all these other companies can buy credits from them because they have so many of them. So then Ford and GM can keep making vehicles
all
that
these
have
like
combustible
gas
engines.
guzzling cars.
Yeah.
Right.
So they make a lot of money from that too.
But I feel like also at the end of the day, it just seems like the more and more that these companies are producing CO2 vehicles, Tesla's just going to get further and further ahead. So like the companies that are producing the CO2 vehicles, Pat, maybe should switch over to the electric.
But I don't know what they're going to do with all these batteries. Because the batteries from what I know, the batteries aren't recyclable. So all these EV cars that end up having dead batteries after a while, where like they're going to end up, I don't know if they're going to figure out a way to repurpose them or.
Dude, producer Pat, what is an EV car, dude?
An electric vehicle.
Oh, no, you said an EV car. Wait, EV car?
What did I say? EV car? That's redundant. I meant EV.
No, I mean, I didn't even know what any of the things you were talking about. Okay, Pat, so new health guidelines say that men should only drink 1 alcoholic beverage per day instead of 2. Did you know this?
Yeah, that sounds, I would assume less is probably better than more.
Yeah, legit. Like, oh, I can't have 2 glasses of red wine each day, Adam. No,
although I did hear.
You drink a lot of red wine, though. Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
Not really. I mean, when Ted Jones sends me wine, I'll drink some wine. But I read that it's people who are moderate or light drinkers have, on average, longer lifespan than people who don't drink at all.
Why is that?
I don't know. It probably has something to do with stress levels, like drinking, can help you relax and things like that.
Right, because stress could really mess you up. I think that's probably ultimately like the underlying factor there. Yeah. And if you're drinking like a glass of red wine, like you said, if Ted Jones had sent it to you, it's probably good for your body or heart, as they've said. And I think, I mean, people have been drinking red wine for a long time. People have not really been drinking for loco for a good time. For a good time, excuse me. They've been drinking for a good time, but not a long time, as they say. So I've been searching like Netflix and searching all these network app things. First of all, I'm deleting Spectrum. It's way too expensive, and they've got nothing good on there. So I'm going to delete Spectrum. I'm going to keep my Netflix, keep my Hulu. Got that Amazon Prime going, so I'll keep those 3 for right now. But I was looking online, and I saw that David Blaine is going to be flying across the Hudson River with balloons.
I saw that too, and he was on Joe Rogan's podcast this week, and he was saying that they're doing basically that he's tying himself to balloons and he's gonna float up 25,000 feet in the air and then release himself from the balloons and parachute back down, and he's not gonna have the parachute on. He's gonna have like the parachute off while he gets while he goes up and then put the parachute on when he gets up there and then jump off. But then I saw something that said he's going to float across the river, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know which one of the two he's doing, or maybe he's doing both. I don't know.
So is this authentic? I don't know, because I feel like I thought he was going to be holding on to the balloons. I mean, I'm sure it's
So
for the
he's
most part authentic.
so basically he said that he wants the visual to look like him. He's holding onto the balloons, but he's really going to be strapped in. Like he's not going to just be holding on to them.
Right. And
If he's going 25,000 feet in the air, I didn't hear anything about, like, he didn't say anything about floating across the river, which to me doesn't seem like as impressive as going 25,000 feet in the air. But then I saw the YouTube headline and the news outlet saying that he's floating across the river. So I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, and it's going to be live on YouTube at the end of the month. So
But I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm going to go to the city to
I
watch
would
it.
say everyone check that out because that seems.
I'm going to go there. I'm going to go to the
super
west side
interesting.
if he actually does it, and I'll watch it. From
Oh,
the river.
that's a good idea. That would be a good sightsee. All right, bro. Well, I will meet you there.
All right, cool.
And but I'm not sure how I'm going to get there. Should I walk? Should I take the train? Uber, Lyft? Well, in New York, Lyft and Uber are still running, but Lyft, Pat, has been suspended in California. Uber might be close to second in terms of being closed and shut down, but being an employee is expensive. So Lyft is shut down for right now in California. Did you hear about this?
No, I was taking city bikes when I was in the city this week.
My
past couple
man.
days.
Getting
So-
those cycles in. So basically what California was saying to Lyft was that in order for somebody to work for Lyft, they need to have the benefits. So basically Lyft or Uber needs to pay their employees Social Security, health benefits. I'm not sure about 401k, but basically
Oh,
like
you mean
adding
the
on
drivers?
yes, dude. So adding like another 20% on to whatever they were paying the Uber or Lyft driver anyway. And the thing is, the reason why Uber and Lyft can't do that is because they don't have full-time employees. Like people just work whenever they want to. And that's the beauty of Uber and Lyft in California.
Well, now there'll be like W-2 employees working directly for the company.
If Lyft and Uber want to do that, but I don't
Yeah.
think that they have the cash flow or anything to do that because basically, I mean, it's just a solo service. You just kind of do it whenever you want. It's not like
they're independent
clock in and-
contractors.
yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe it could work if you have to drive or deliver 40 hours a week, and then that's when your W-2 can kick in. But honestly, I'm really not 100% sure how they're going to do that. So CALI is in a weird spot right now, especially with COVID. CALI's going crazy. And dude, you see 130 degrees in Death Valley, California the other day.
Saw that. That's
that
almost
is-
as hot as the
that is
6
pretty hot.
platform in
That
August.
that is almost as hot as the 6 train subway platform in New
Union
York. But
Square.
global warming is real, yo. So figure it out. Reduce your carbon footprint. In weed news, since we're over there on the West Coast, and I love talking about a good weed. Colorado's opening up vending machines for cannabis with edibles, herbs, and oils. Pat, when are we going to get some vending machines in New York with the loud in it?
You got to talk to your man Cuomo, dude.
I know. I think that it could turn over when we have a Democratic president within the next few months, and we get Donnie T out of there. I mean, we're obviously going to get Donnie T out of there, right? Pat, are you voting for Kanye or what?
Yeah, I'm going to vote for Kanye.
I don't think you're actually going to vote for Kanye, but if you are, that's none of my business and none of our business here.
That's right. My body, my choice.
So, Pat, you were in the city for a day the other day, correct?
Yeah, 2 days.
I didn't see you. I was there for 2 days, so we were social distancing, which is fine, man. But I still walking around the city. It's very nice that people have their outdoor seating, but I would be freaking out if I owned a restaurant right now and they still haven't put forward guidelines on indoor seating in New York
Winter's
City.
coming.
Winter is coming.
I mean,
So
they could just put heat lamps in those little tents they already have. It's not going to be like, I'm sure that would be fine if they just
You're
keep it the way
talking
they're
about
going.
the outdoor tents that they already have
Yeah, if they just
currently.
put the heat lamps in there. I don't see. I mean, it could work.
It could work, but I feel like just in terms of also going back into the space, because they're still they're still losing a number of seats. They can't be out. They're probably not at capacity. All these restaurants, you know what I'm saying?
Probably the bigger ones now. The smaller ones look like some of them still have a ton of space outside, like as much as they would inside.
The move right now is to have a small restaurant and to have low expenses. But hey, I don't think if you were thinking that small 6 months ago, power to you. But it just seems like a lot of New York City restaurants are hurting just because also the rent is so darn high. You know, you go to a Jersey City, go across the river, and the rents are probably a third of that, even for the same size space, just because it's different over there. And I don't know if New York City is ever going to really bounce back to these crazy rent numbers that they've been having consistently, but we'll see. I understand
It'll take a while.
Yeah, dude.
If that's
and
the
also
case.
understand, ma'am, there are a ton of vacancies in New York in terms of apartments and retail spaces. So if you're looking for an apartment, now is probably the right time. Bruno from Bond, who actually came on one of the episodes, broker from Bond Real Estate, the principal there, he was saying that he's seeing studios at $1,650 with 2 months free rent. So that's like netting out to under $1,500 per month for a studio, which he hasn't seen a rent like that since 2005 for a studio on the Upper East Side. So rents are definitely coming down. Now's the time to get a deal if you want a deal. But Pat, most importantly, man, what are you doing for your birthday? Let us in. We want to know. This hasn't been much of a birthday episode besides that glorious song that my dad sung to you.
Just gonna play some golf, like like the New England boy I am.
18 holes?
Oh yeah.
I feel like
holes.
you've been playing a lot of golf. Who are you playing golf with?
Just friends from college, friends from home. You know.
And you got and where does it work? Are you guys playing at the same club, public, private course? What's the deal?
I don't have that kind of private blood, you know. I'm more of a municipal kind of guy. So a nice $70 18 hole round, probably Saturday and Sunday. You can come along if you want. Grab your clubs.
I could be down, dude, but as you know, I got some fluid drained out of my knee. I know you saw that. You didn't text, but I didn't expect a text back. That was pretty gnarly. No,
looked lovely. I've gotten my knee drained before too, and it's not
how
pleasant.
How did your fluid compare to my fluid?
I think I filled up like 2 or 3 syringes. Yours was like 4, right?
Yeah. So I've been grinding it out here, Ted Jones Worlders, during quarantine. Been working out a bunch, and I messed up my knee a little bit. It got super swollen. Then I went to the doctor. That's why I was in the city last week for 2 days. Got my knee drained out. It was all yellow fluid. It was quite gross. I was making jokes saying it was Jell-O shots. And the lady who took out, the doctor's assistant, I guess it's physician's assistant, who took out the fluid from my knee, said that she has not seen that much fluid this year. So I am winning in the fluid department in the NYU Medical Center in terms of my knee. But, dude, we're going to get an MRI next week, and I'm fine, Pat. I'm walking better each day. Was limping for a few days for sure, but slowly starting to get back into it, man.
You doing the rice protocol or what?
What's the rice protocol? Isn't that when you break your phone?
That too, but it's raise, ice, compress, or no, wait. What's the first one? R?
That's right. Raise,
no,
ice, compress.
No, last one is elevate, so it's not raise and elevate. What's the R?
Rinse.
I don't know. I forget what R is, but it's ice, compress, elevate, and whatever R is. I can't remember. Good thing we have Google.
Yeah, good thing we are going to
Ted
look this
Jones
up right
World
now.
Phone.
Okay, so it's rice for knee.
Or any rehab, yeah.
Oh, dude,
rest?
Come on.
Is rest? Yeah, rest.
Yeah, rest, ice, compress, elevation. that was something we could have gotten, but hey, that's terrific. Pat, did your parents get you anything exciting or what?
No, I'm just going to go out to dinner.
What age do parents stop? You know what? I think actually going out to dinner is also like a good transition from getting you presents into not having to get you presents for the rest of your life. Because the last present they would get you is probably like at a 22 or 23, and they'll get you AirPods, and then it's just smooth sailing with dinner.
I think it's
until they're dead.
probably when you get married, I would say. I think parents probably get you a little something every
when
year.
you get married.
But until you get married, then they're not getting you anything for your birthday.
I don't know. Well, you just said that you're probably just going to dinner. What are you getting also?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, they'll probably give me money or something. I don't know.
No, you know what? You're right. You're
They'll probably
You're totally
throw me
fucking
some
right.
shekels. They're not going to get me like a.
You're right. I've gotten a check from my parents just combined in one check, even though they're separated, and I should get 2 freaking checks.
Right.
And then my grandma will just like shoot me 20. But yeah, you know, I think that could be pretty accurate. But then again, when you have a wife, you're gonna want like couple money, you know, like
So probably never. I don't know. Probably your parents are probably always gonna get you something, especially because I'm an only child. So I mean, I would assume they're probably just always gonna do something.
Yeah, that might not be the greatest sign that they just stop giving it to you. But I don't know. Maybe it works differently in other parts of the country, other parts of the world, wherever you're listening to. Like, comment, subscribe. Pat, we never tell people to like, comment, subscribe. So hey, Pat, tell them.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
That's what I'm
Hit
talking
that notification bell.
Yeah, noties. Get those push notifications on because we are live every week. We're not fully live, but, you know, we post pretty frequently. So, Pat, today is your birthday. Well, not today, but tomorrow, as I said. You know, it takes us a little bit to post. But August 21st. What sign is that?
No, today is my birthday.
Oh, I thought tomorrow was your birthday.
No, it's today.
Oh, my God. I'm so silly. Well, today is your real birthday, dude. Look, and we have a sign. Happy birthday, producer Pat. You like that? And obviously, my dad came in here to give you the full birthday song. So you're a Cancer?
Leo.
A Leo? Do we get along?
I don't know. I don't believe in any of that shit. I hate
a dating couple. You
That's
do?
like one of my biggest pet peeves is when people are like way too into like your star sign.
Your star sign.
Yeah.
But bro, you won't look at a star sign if you've been maybe seeing a chick for 2 times.
No, never have and never will.
Never?
No, unless they tell it to me. Like I know a girl I knew a girl who like wore one. I like went on a couple dates with that wore like she had a necklace with Virgo on it. And it's like,
that's messed.
When you like make that your personality, like that's so dumb.
Dude, what the hell is a Virgo? You just has like a fucking squiggly on her neck?
No, it says Virgo on like a gold.
It said Virgo in script. It wasn't even the sign or whatever.
No. Yeah, it said Virgo on like a little gold pendant on a necklace.
You know what? Also, also maybe chicks and obviously dudes probably do it too, but they'll just put their little star sign as their what's it called? Their Instagram bio. So you just like be scrolling and be like,
I don't get it.
He's a squiggly thing with 2 lines in it.
Like, you're such a Scorpio.
Yeah, literally. Oh, people do that to me all the time.
Oh, because you are a Scorpio, right?
All the time. Yeah, I am. Pat, so today is your actual birthday, man, and it's great to get some FaceTime with you. I really appreciate you joining all of us, which you do every week because you are the freaking producer of this show. Ted Jones World, episode 51, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you're thinking, and wish Pat a happy birthday, why don't you, okay? We will see you guys next week. Don't forget. All right. Thank you so much.
Bye.